That was insane. But trust me, what you're about to see gets even worse. This is MotoGP at its absolute limit. Moments where riders didn't just race, they survived. Let's start at 2015 Dutch TT, a track they call the Cathedral of Speed. But on this day, it felt more like a battlefield. Valentino Rossi versus Marc Marquez, two legends, two egos, and just one final chicane left. Rossi leads, barely holding on. Marquez is right there, waiting, calculating, and then he goes for it. A late dive, full commitment, no fear. For a split second, it looks like they're both going down. But Rossi, somehow, holds it, forces his way through, keeps the bike upright. The crowd explodes. Marquez throws his hands up. Rossi celebrates. But here's the truth. That wasn't just a battle for victory. That was a moment balanced on a knife's edge. One tiny miscalculation, and it would have ended in disaster. But if you think two riders fighting is dangerous, imagine 15. This is 2021 Doha Moto3 Grand Prix, and it's pure chaos. No gaps, no breathing room, just a pack of riders flying down a straight at insane speed, inches apart. This isn't racing anymore. This is survival. On the final lap, it looks like a stampede. And somehow, out of nowhere, Pedro Acosta, who started from the pit lane, is now leading the race. Think about that, from last to first, in one of the most dangerous pack battles you'll ever see. 15 riders, all gambling with physics. And somehow, no one crashes, a miracle, in real time. But sometimes, it's not the riders you're fighting. It's nature itself. Welcome to 2022 Indonesian MotoGP, where the track didn't just get wet. It turned into a river. Rain started falling like a storm unleashed. Within seconds, visibility dropped to almost zero, bikes slicing through water, spray flying higher than the riders themselves. It didn't look like racing anymore. It looked like survival in a storm. One touch of the white line, and you're gone, sliding, skidding, out of control. And yet, somehow, they kept going. No panic. No stopping, just pure instinct and blind faith. But what happens when it's not the weather, not other riders, but your own bike trying to throw you off? Back at the 2012 Portuguese Grand Prix, Ivan Silva had a moment that shouldn't have been savable. The bike snaps, violently. At that speed, most riders are already on the ground. But not Silva. He fights it, wrestles the machine back under control. For a split second, it's chaos. Then suddenly, it's stable again, like nothing ever happened. The crowd can't believe it, because what they just saw wasn't skill alone. That was pure instinct, kicking in at the edge of disaster. And the scariest part? Moments like these don't give you a second chance. You either save it, or you don't. It starts almost playfully, but the tone flips instantly the moment we drop into 2019 Dutch TT Moto3. You're suddenly thrown into a high-speed corner with bikes all around, engines screaming, no space to breathe, and right in the middle of it is Yuki Sasaki. Then it happens. That violent rear snap. The kind every rider knows and fears. For a split second, time slows down. You expect the crash. You brace for impact. But somehow, he doesn't go down. He holds it at an angle that doesn't even look possible. It's the kind of save that makes you pause the video and just stare. Because you know, if he lost it there, he wouldn't just crash, he'd be swallowed by the pack behind him. That moment alone tells you everything about this sport. It's not just racing, it's survival, measured in milliseconds. And then the script takes it even further by bringing in Marc Marquez, not just as a rider, but as someone who seems to exist outside the normal rules of control. Because what Sasaki did once, you start to realize this isn't luck, it's something else, something almost unnatural. Whether it's the 2017 Valencian Grand Prix, where a single mistake could have cost him the championship, or those repeated moments in Argentina, Assen, and Phillip Island where the bike is practically gone. And yet he pulls it back. It builds this feeling that he's constantly dancing on the edge of disaster and somehow enjoying it. 1 second he's completely sideways. The next he's celebrating like it was all under control. Then it becomes clear this instinct isn't just his alone. Lex Marquez shows the same kind of calm in chaos, especially in wet conditions where grip disappears. And even the best riders struggle. His save feels quieter, but just as impressive, like control in its purest form. After that, the moment with Loris Baz shifts the feeling again. This isn't just instinct anymore, it's physical survival. The bike folds, everything goes wrong, and instead of reacting smoothly, He forces it back. You can almost feel the strain in that moment. And just when you think you've seen every type of near disaster, the script keeps pushing. A Moto2 moment where control slips beyond recovery, yet somehow comes back. Nicol Antonelli literally surfing his bike at full speed, missing the wall by centimeters. A moment that feels less like racing and more like pure luck keeping him alive. Then suddenly, reality reminds you how unpredictable this sport is. Andrea Iannone hitting a seagull mid-race. It sounds almost absurd, but that's the point. Even when everything is under control, something random can still change everything. And finally, the script shifts into full chaos. The Phillip Island sprint. High speed, tight pack, nowhere to go, and then it all breaks apart. A massive crash. Bikes flying, riders sliding, everything out of control. After all the saves, all the near misses, because now you understand just how close every previous rider was to ending up the same way. Miraculously, both riders managed to walk away from the crash. But that's the thing about MotoGP. Sometimes survival itself feels like luck. But earlier in the same timeline, there was an even more terrifying moment involving Maverick Viales. At over 130 mph, his brakes completely failed. No warning, no control, just pure speed and a bike that wouldn't stop. In that split second, he made the only decision he had left. He jumped off the machine to save himself. Imagine that, having to abandon a moving missile just to survive. And just when you think things can't get worse, the script pulls you into 2018 San Marino MotoGP, where Romano Fenati does something that shocked the entire racing world. In the middle of a high-speed duel, he reaches across and pulls another rider's brake lever. Not a mistake, not a crash, but a deliberate action. In a sport where riders trust each other's lives at 200 km/h, this moment crossed every possible line. It wasn't just dangerous, it was unacceptable, and it instantly became one of the most controversial incidents in MotoGP history.